Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Okay, so I am starting a new series on my YouTube. I've seen this trend on TikTok and I'm pretty sure there's some podcasts about this as well, but it is reading stories from the Reddit group called Am I the Asshole? And I thought that it was super fun, and it's really fun to have an open discussion about these kinds of situations and just see how other people feel about this type of situation. I'm not sure how often I'll post these videos, but if you guys enjoyed this, please comment down below, leave a like so that way I know how you feel, and I'll probably keep doing this series. So I am just gonna randomly select some stories from this group. The first one that I selected is, am I the asshole for how I punished my stepdaughter for flushing her sister's spices down the toilet? Ugh, right away from the title, you know it's gonna be good. I, male 42, married my current wife when my daughter, 16, was 4 and my stepdaughter, 14, was 2. They grew up as if they were blood siblings with occasional disagreements and jealousy issues, mostly from my stepdaughter. 2 days ago was my daughter's dog's 3rd death's anniversary. Usually at that time, she'd rather be alone to write poems or look at pictures of her beloved dog. This year, she asked me to go with her to visit his grave, which is located in her grandparents' farm. My wife appreciates my daughter's need to have time alone, but my stepdaughter wanted to come with us, though she wasn't close to the dog. My daughter refused to let her come and only wanted me to go. My stepdaughter threw a fit and insisted on coming. I sat her down to explain her sister's need for space that day. She stopped after that. We left, and 15 minutes later, my wife texted me that my stepdaughter had a breakdown and didn't stop crying, then flushed all her sister's spices that were in separate containers down the toilet. They were a gift from my daughter's Asian friend's mom, since my daughter's into Asian food and cooks meals every week. I was stunned. I called my wife but got no response. My daughter asked what's wrong, but I just dropped her off at her grandparents' farm, then went back home. My stepdaughter refused to come out of her room, yelling that my daughter deserved it for excluding her like that. I was pissed. I told her I'd punish her for wasting spices that were important to her sister that she shouldn't even touch by taking from her savings to pay for the damages, but my wife thought I'd only take away privileges, not money my stepdaughter saved. She said she's still a kid and she won't let me touch her savings, but will pay herself. But if my wife paid, then my stepdaughter will think her behavior is okay. She also said my daughter is to blame too for not letting her stepsister come with her. She acted as if she never goes to the farm, though I take them there twice a month. I argued that this was, in my opinion, the right punishment to get this resolved, but my wife said that I was only making my stepdaughter resent me because she wants the money for a new bicycle. We kept disagreeing on this, and all I was thinking of was my daughter's reaction when I told her. She was devastated, but I assured her I was taking steps to help her replace all the spices she lost. My wife called me cruel. Am I the asshole? I totally understand the need for the daughter whose dog had died, that she needed her own space, and I really think the stepsister acted out of line. If they go to the farm twice a month together, the stepsister, although it sounds like they act like they're like sister, so that's awesome, but she acts like she never gets to go with and she gets excluded a lot, but honestly it sounds like she's very involved, and to be real, sometimes sisters just need time apart. I have an older sister, and I got excluded from stuff all the time, but it wasn't anything personal. It was just that my sister was a different age than me, so she had different interests or just didn't want me to be with for certain things. So, I mean, I do think that she overreacted. Taking from her savings is an interesting idea. I mean, it does teach her that, hey, when you cause damage to someone else's property, you have to pay for it. And honestly, that could be such a lasting lesson for her to learn. I think that it's different, and I could see how her mother would see it as being cruel since she had that money allocated for something else. But to be real, I think that was a really good punishment. I think that, like I said, that teaches her that if you're going to cause damage to someone else's property, there's going to be consequences, and chances are you're going to have to pay for them. And the spices were something that were very special to the other sister. So, all in all, I really don't think that they're being the asshole here. I honestly don't. I think that that's a really good lesson. I'm going to say he wasn't. Comment down below if you guys agree or disagree, or maybe you guys just have some thoughts that I haven't thought of. This one sounds interesting. It says, would I be the asshole if I stopped maintaining my garden so that my neighbors could sell their house? So this hasn't happened yet. Okay. So I live on a country road. I only have 3 other houses around me, 2 across the road and 1 next door. My neighbor's is a new build, a beautiful big detached 6-bed property with immaculate lawns, etc. Mine is an older, smaller country cottage. My neighbors are selling their house, and apparently their estate agent told them that if my house was lowering the value of the property, not implying they're lying, but I don't know if this is exactly true, they asked me if I would spend some time and money just making the front of my house look a little more attractive so they can sell. By the way, we don't have a relationship. I've sent them a card and vouchers every Christmas, and they've never so much as said hello. To be honest, my house isn't exactly the newest. My dad cuts the grass for me about once a fortnight, but when it's due, it can get very long. I personally don't mind this. In fact, it attracts bees and butterflies, and I like it. The paved areas are always weedy, and I live right beside the roadside that's busy with lorries and tractors. So everything's covered in dust and dirt. Again, personally, I've never cared, as I only see the front of the house for a fleeting second when I'm driving past. After they spoke to me, I was embarrassed, so I went out and I bought hanging baskets and some window boxes. I filled them with cheap flowers, but altogether, I think it came to about $80 for pots, baskets, plants, compost, weed killer, etc. I pressure washed the windows and front wall, and it was all looking lovely for about 2 weeks. And then it got dirty and dusty again. The plants all look great, but it's impossible for me to maintain the lawn and weeds and keep it looking like that every week. I'm a single mom. I have 4 kids, and I get very little help or support. My parents do what they can, but I'm already exhausted and overwhelmed with housework and everything I have to do to keep our lives ticking over. I'm also a full-time student and try to spend spare time working on my projects because I'm getting firsts in my modules and want to maintain that. These things are eating up all my time, yet I feel like I have to spend every free minute keeping the front of my house immaculate for my neighbors' sake. It's making me anxious, exhausted, and I feel like I'm being looked down on by my neighbors and their potential buyers. Would it be bad if... Would I be the asshole if I just stopped and let the house look however it looks? Absolutely not. You don't have a relationship with them. So that was very rude for them just all of a sudden to say, hey, could you clean up your yard so that way we can sell our house, because your yard is actually depreciating the value of our house because your house looks really shabby. That was so rude. They should have offered like, hey, so this weekend I'll help you clean up your yard, I'll do some of the work with you, and then next week we are showing our house, so then that way during that week it would look all nice and clean, but at least they helped you. No, if I was you, honestly, I would just do what I have the extra time and energy to do, and then, like, if you're busy with your own things and life, I would just let the house kind of look how it looks. I don't think that you would be the asshole. That was very rude of them to just out of the blue say, hey, your house looks shabby and it's making ours not sell. No, girl, if I was you, I would just do what I have the time and energy for, and the rest just say, it is what it is. No, I don't think that's rude. I don't think that would be rude. Again, comment down below and let me know if you agree with me. Honestly, with that, maybe I'm being a little too sensitive, but like, I just know that I would be very offended by that and very angry that we didn't have a previous relationship and then all of a sudden, like, that's what they're saying to me. But that's just me. But comment down below if you agree or disagree. I'd love hearing your guys' opinions. I just want a short one. Okay, so the last one is, am I the asshole for not taking my child on vacation? Hi, this is a throwaway. I, 49 male, have a child, 17, who has to get a very much needed medical surgery in a month or two. For privacy reasons, I won't go into detail of what it is, but trust me when I say it's serious. Aww. The medical bills costed us a lot of money, to a point we had to dip into our vacation funds in order to pay for it, but we paid for it nonetheless. We have a trip coming up to go on a family vacation to LA. We do this every year, it's basically tradition, and we each have a separate fund so we can all do what we want while we're there. Basically, fun money, as well as basic necessities. Unfortunately, in order to pay for our child's surgery, we had to dip into vacation funds, and now we can't afford to bring them with us. I can't just cancel this trip because that wouldn't be fair on their younger brother, 11 male, and my wife, 47 female, who have been looking forward to this trip all year since we couldn't go last year. I want them to come with us, but we've already spent the money on medical bills, and in my opinion, that's more important than a family vacation, and they should be more grateful. My child got upset when I told them this, and they haven't spoken to me much since, which I think is a little bratty, but I don't really know what else to do. Like I said, I can't cancel this trip since it wouldn't be fair to the rest of the family, but we've already spent their portion of the funds on this upcoming surgery and can no longer afford to support them on this trip. Yo, if my parents didn't take me on a trip because I needed a surgery, I would be so irate. That is not fair. They're a minor. They're 17. You're their parent. That's your job to take care of their medical bills. I mean, because they're on your insurance and stuff. I don't know that situation, but no, that is so not fair just to exclude them because they needed a serious operation. That is not fair. I mean, just cancel the trip. Go next year when you have money. It's not a necessity. You do not have to go on this family vacation just because, we do it every year and we've been planning on it, and my wife and my other son would be so disappointed if we didn't get to go. Tough. That is life. Sometimes you don't get to do things that you're looking forward to doing because life pops up, gets in the way, and you have expenses that you didn't think that you would have. That is so cold. That is really heartless. I feel very sorry for your son who had the operation because, one, not only did he have a very serious operation from what you said, but two, you're thinking about excluding him from a family vacation? No, none of you should go. Save up and do a bigger, more extravagant trip the next year. It's not that hard. That was horrible. I don't like that we ended on that one. But unfortunately, that is the end. Sorry, you guys might think that I'm totally wrong, but no. I think sometimes you just have to do without, and a vacation is 100% something that you can do without. I am very disappointed with this family. Well, with this father. That is not fair. You are 49 years old. You should know better. Oh, I can't. But please leave your comments with how you feel down below. Any comments that you guys comment, as long as you are polite to everybody and hear out everyone's opinion and what they have to say, I will not be mad at any comments you leave. But be kind, don't call names, don't be mean, don't be blatantly mean, and yeah, we won't have an issue. If you guys think that I'm wrong, I can live with that. This is just how I feel. It's kind of my opinion. Honestly, I didn't think that I would feel so strongly about these stories, but holy cow, man, that last one, that was not fair. But that is the end of this video. If you guys enjoyed this, please be sure to leave a big thumbs up down below because it really does help my channel, and hit the subscribe button because I think I will do more videos like this. This is a lot of fun, and I like discussing these kinds of things. So do those two things. Oh, also turn on your post notifications so that way you can be alerted when I post a new video and watch it as it premieres right away. Okay, anyways, that's it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!